Is it okay to use the knees or to go to the knees when we're trying to pop up while surfing? There's a simple answer. The answer is yes, it's okay to use the knees, but no, it's not okay to go to the knees. So you will see in these videos, a lot of these beginner surfers are going to their knees to try stand up. And then what it does is that it causes them to get to the bottom of the wave, they lose their balance or they nosedive and wipe out. Here is a close-up example of what it looks like going to the knees, and you'll see the board will rock quite a lot. It'll also take some time to get to my feet, and by that time the wave is already broken and I can't ride the green wave or the unbroken part of the wave. Going to the knees during your pop-up has too many steps and has too much movement. This will only cause you to lose your balance, and it's going to steal time away from you, which will cause you to surf at the bottom of the wave or in the white water. So it is good to use the knees to jump to your feet. This is a very fast and explosive pop-up, which helps you to get to your feet quickly in order to beat the fast breaking part of the wave. Here's an example of what it looks like. I use my knees and I jump to my feet, and that's the best and the fastest technique to stand up. Notice that with this technique, my feet are off the ground and I only use my knees to jump up to my feet. Another way I stand up is like this. I use my knees to lift my ass up and I place my back foot down first and then my front foot. This is an easier technique to stand up and less explosive for those who don't have a lot of upper body strength to pop up with an explosive technique. Watch carefully how I just use my knees to elevate my body off the board and make space to lift up my leg, place that back foot down first and then the front foot. This technique is still fast enough to help you beat the breaking part of the wave. And as you can see, I'm still surfing the green and unbroken part of the wave before I get to the bottom of the wave. For some surfers, it's better to place their front foot down first as they're unable to place their back foot down first. But it's the same kind of technique where you use your knees to lift your body up off the board, place the back knee down, and then you place the front foot down. This is a good enough technique that is still fast enough to beat the breaking part of the wave. And I'd say about 30% of surfers stand up this way. Just make sure that with this technique, you use your hands and you keep your hands on the board for as long as possible until you've got that back foot planted on the board, and then you're good to go. If you have a long enough board where your toes don't hang off the edge of the board, then you don't need to use the knees. Then you can just jump straight up onto the board from your toes onto your feet. So remember to try avoid going to the knees like this, as you will cause too much movement, you will lose your balance and lose a lot of time before you stand up. But instead, try stand up faster like this, where you're able to get to your feet before the wave breaks so that you can keep your speed to ride the wave. In this clip, you'll see the difference between a person who goes to their knees and a person who has used their knees. The person who used their knees was able to get to his feet sooner and keep that speed along the wave, just like this one here as well. And then the person on the right side of the screen who used his knees took too long to get to his feet and he lost his balance. So just like I'm doing here and like most surfers do, you can use your knees. But remember, don't go to the knees. So good luck in your next surf. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope this makes sense to you and I hope it works for you. Have a great day. See you next time.